And this is an artist I found on Instagram. Her name is, oh shit, I forgot her name. Oh wait, 1800 Redemption. Her name is 1800 Redemption. I don't know where she hails from. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna tell her. Let y'all tell her that. I'm gonna tell y'all that because this is her first time being on a YouTube live interview with me. So I'm gonna keep her as calm and comfortable as possible because not a lot of people are used to these, and it's like you gotta be, you know, you gotta be used to them. And I know it's not easy, but this is her first time joining it, so I'm gonna just again I'm gonna keep her as calm and comfortable as possible because I don't want her freaking out and whatnot. So I'm trying to get her to join up through the link, but it's not letting her join. So I don't know what's going on with it, but I have to fix that issue. I got the live on. Oh, there you go. There she go. Let's get with her now.
Hi.
You you right here.
Yeah.
Floofy haired person.
Yeah.
All right, since this is your first go round at being interviewed, I mean, I'm gonna keep you as calm and cool as possible.
Okay, thank you.
Now, tell them your name and where you from.
Okay, my name is Ari, aka 1-800 Redemption, and I'm from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. It's like what Philly or Philip or Pittsburgh.
So I'm from like the Philly area.
Philly cheesesteak. And what made you get into music and artistry?
So essentially what made me get into music and artistry and sort of just like pushed me down the path that I'm taking now would have to be like my I guess I would say it would have to be the way my brain works, as well as just how music it heals people. And I believe music is medicine. And I also believe music does a lot for the soul. Like music is your soul speaking through the song. And not a lot of people realize that. Some people just think music is just for shaking ass and just like having a good time. And it's like there's really more than that to music.
I mean, you got different genres of music. Like you got different genres. Like the one, like the twerking music. That's called like bounce music. Bounce music started in New Orleans,
Yeah.
and it spread across the world nationwide. So everybody got hip to bounce music because of New Orleans and New Orleans artists like what's her name? She got murdered. Her name was
I know who you're talking about. I just forget her name too.
she was murdered. She was a New Orleans artist. I forgot her name, but it'll come to me later on. But she was one of the pioneers of bounce music because everybody was getting in tune with the New Orleans scene back then in like the early to late '90s. It was all none but New Orleans music coming through, and everybody was getting hip to it, and you know, and you can tell it's southern, but it's from the south, so because their accents, water and whatnot. So bounce music came from New Orleans and whatnot.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you for educating me on that. I really didn't know that though.
And they also serve gumbo down there and speak French.
It's good to know. It's good to know.
But as so far as like artistry, like like you draw and whatnot,
Yeah,
what got you? What got you into that, like drawing and whatnot?
So what got me into like drawing and stuff like that is fun fact, I actually don't have an imagination in the typical sense. I can't see images in my head, and I also don't have an internal monologue. So it's interesting because what got me into drawing was probably it was the only way I could express myself that would make people listen right then and there in a moment. And it really just helped portray like everything that I thought and I felt through art.
So you got it. So it's like you just don't got no imagination. You just going, just drawing and whatnot.
That like it I know it sounds weird. It's like I see things with my soul in I don't mean that in like a in a freaky sense. I just mean that in a sense where like I I feel really deeply, which is how I make up for my imagination. And I essentially like I just I don't just draw to draw and I don't just draw because like it just I just draw stuff. I just be drawing because like it helps me express parts of who I am that a lot of people don't pay attention to because I don't very talk very much.
Fetch me their souls. I had to Call of Duty.
It's okay.
So like you got into that, you got into drawing just because of that. Like I thought you don't you want to take like art and go to art school when you get old when you get old.
So, I do, but more so for music because I feel like art school, like I have a hard time being like confined in sort of like a just confined into like a space of where I have to do things a certain way. Not because I can't do things a certain way. It's just that like I feel like it limits my creativity and it gives me structure, yes. But at the same time, if I don't make those mistakes and if I don't ever fail at anything, there's no way I can grow and progress and be who I'm supposed to be as an artist.
So you want to go. So if you were ever to go to college, I would say get a major in graphic arts
I feel that. I was thinking about that, yeah.
because graphic arts, you see, graphic arts it deals with both music and multimedia. Now, multimedia is how cartoons are made and whatnot, and that's how most artists, whatnot, they all went to graphic arts art classes for that and art school. So it's really so it deals with cartoons, but it deals with music too because I went to school for graphic arts and whatnot, and it deals with music and how music is thoroughly produced and whatnot, and that's how most producers got on because they took either they were self taught or they went to college for it, and their major was graphic arts because graphic arts teaches music and whatnot, and it mostly deals with cartoons. But if you do go to college, that should be your major. Since you like music and whatnot, that should be your major. Not saying do it, but that's if you want to do it.
I feel that and I respect that and I appreciate that. And that's something I might take into consideration and actually implement in the future. So I appreciate that.
You just gotta find a college that does it. Like it should be a college in that area that deals with graphic arts and whatnot.
Yeah,
That teaches graphic arts.
for sure, for sure.
Like most artists I ran into and interviewed, they all use BandLab because BandLab it saves you time to go and to like from actually going to the studio and because the presets they all there, the instruments you want they all there.
Exactly.
Controlling. and controlling the bass and whatnot. Like basic necessities to start producing, they all there for you. So there's no need to go into a like a actual studio unless you like want to go and spend some money on the session and whatnot and the producer. But my advice, just get a and like set up an in-home studio so you won't have to go and get front and like get robbed out of your money, because these producers nowadays, they will try to get over on you, and you don't want that to happen to you, because that ain't no good feeling. Like most artists don't want to pay over 20, like $100 a session, like because these producers, just because they got their own studio, that don't mean they go upside a person's head with the price and whatnot. And that shouldn't be that shouldn't be cool at all. Like,
Yeah,
so if you do decide to go to set up an in-home studio, get the basic things, then you work your way up and whatnot.
I fuck with that. That makes a lot of sense. I definitely will not only take that in consideration, I'm actually start saving for stuff like that. Cause like I feel like I what was I gonna say? Sorry. I feel like I definitely will take that into consideration, and I will also like work to towards that because I know my mom has some stuff, but she really is just like she's big on like, oh well, you're not going to be successful in music. You need to find like a job that like supports you. And I want to do both, so I'm going to try to find both. But I definitely will work towards getting those things and building myself up and having that studio time like within my home and stuff like that.
So she said, and so she criticized you.
Yeah, for the most part, I would say like I don't think it's like what I from my viewpoint and perspective, I don't think it's like she's trying to be mean or anything. I just really feel like she one hasn't seen it been done within the family unit, and two hasn't really like she's worried. And it's I would say it's more like a fear response or a trauma response to like maybe having her own dreams like not come into fruition or having to give up something she loved because of life. And I understand that, but my thing is I'm really big on yes, there are things that happen and yes, there's life happens, it's real, but I'm very much so not a cycle continuer, I'm a cycle breaker.
Life's life, life's life, life's life, life's life. But she can't get mad at you for doing what you do. Like, she can't get mad at that just because something didn't go her way in life. She don't gotta take out her frustrations on you because you doing what you love, and your passion is music. So you doing that, and she getting mad at that part.
That part as well as just like my fixation, like I don't music is something that like I could talk about all day, any day. I listen to everything. And so she's just like she's very concerned about how like I don't seem to be going anywhere or doing anything with life. And I feel like it's a it's a it's a perception issue because she's out here, right? So say there's like a box. I'm in my box. I'm in my zone. I'm in my whatever you want to call it. And she's out here watching from the outside like everybody else is. And when you watch from the outside and you're watching an artist grind and hustle, you really don't see anything to like the performances and stuff. And I get that, but at the same time it's just that like I know what's moving inside of my box. I know how high or how low or how much I'm moving or how fast I'm moving, but she just doesn't see that yet, and that's okay.
That's because she's watching from the outside. She don't know what's going on inside. Like, if
Right.
she were to step inside the box, she would see what's going on. But unfortunately, she doesn't. She's outside trying to, and she on the outside. trying to look in. So you don't need no negativity around you because you working on your craft, honing it into perfection and trying to be and get it right. Like you can't be around people like that.
Yeah.
And if you start to be around people like that, it starts to take a toll on you because you feed into the negative energy that they putting out. And you don't want that. Like all I gotta say is just keep doing you and let her keep looking from the outside. Cause one day she gonna look back like she really did it. And I was knocking her for doing it. Why did I do that? My own daughter. Why did I knock my daughter for that? I should have been supporting her instead of trying to knock her down. You should have did that in the first fucking place.
No, be nice. Be nice. That's
Why
very
you not?
true.
Why you knocking your daughter just cause she doing what doing her? Nobody ain't telling. Nobody ain't getting mad at you because you gave up on some in life.
I think it
Nobody
has.
told you to do that. Yet you did it. Now look at you, just salty for no damn reason. Shut up and let her do her thing. Before I come down there and wear black and yellow.
No, no, no. It's funny. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that like me considering some of the things that are going on with me, like I would say neurologically and psychologically, as well as just like how I present as a person. Like it's hard to like, I guess, accept that like I can do words that I too can do great things, and I understand that, but at the same time, there's a difference between understanding somebody else's perspective and succumbing into just like be completely overpowered and diminished by somebody else's perspective, and that's something I don't plan on doing. So it's like um I came up with this quote when I was in like middle school and or like freshman year of high school, one of those. Both times were not the greatest, but it's not the point. I was like, I play to the beat of my own drum and I play it loud. And that's something that like I continue to implement because even though like people sit there and they tell me there are things I can't do, they tell me there are things that I'm not gonna be able to do. Interestingly enough, for example, like in high school, people were just like people made fun of me 24/7. I sat by myself almost every day in lunch. And people would just stare and they just poke fun of me and laugh at me. But mind you, who at graduation day sung the national anthem a cappella by themselves on stage, no backing track, no nothing. I did that shit.
Dun,
And
dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
hey, we might have to do a duet the next time I go to a graduation. You could be the backing track. That'll work. I'm joking.
No, I don't do graduations because I don't want to deal with the barbaric people in there. All
Yeah.
loud, all loud and shit. All
Right.
mush. All they do is loud. I'm gonna be loud. Shut the hell up. It's just a graduation. Y'all act like they completed a major accomplishment in life. It's just a high school graduation. It ain't that damn serious. People flaring their arms up in the air, all not knowing good and damn well they musty. They
Oh
smell like ass.
no,
They rusty.
no.
They need a shower. They need to go get some water. They need to let the water hit them for a couple minutes. No shower should
No.
last over 30 an hour. People being loud at graduation, playing, being ignorant. Then next thing you know, somebody say something stupid and stupid. Now all of a sudden, a fight breaks out and police comes around. And at a
Yeah,
church, out of all places, a damn church, bro. Why? Just why are y'all fighting in the Lord's house?
that's what I'm saying. People, I don't know. I don't,
But no, let them tell it. It was over some belligerence, some ignorance, some goofiness. Again, it's just a graduation. It's not a big party. Yet people treat it that way because even though it's an accomplishment, it's not a major accomplishment. You just walk in the damn stage to get a fuck ass diploma.
I worked hard for that diploma.
Like I understand it's an accomplishment, but shit, y'all overhyping it. For them kids probably didn't want to go to school. Yeah, I mean I
Half
was
of
one.
them kids just peaked in high school and they stopped there. So
Having them, and the ones that peaked in high school, they probably ass now.
no comment. I can't say anything because I'm gonna get too disrespectful. And I don't want to be disrespectful because it's probably true. So I don't want to say that.
They ass, bro. Half of the people that peaked in high school, they thought that was the it factor. No, they probably flipping burgers somewhere or paying child support. I ain't wrong though.
That's true. It's just like I don't want anybody like from high school to see this and get mad at me.
They can all go on. They only get mad because they know it's true. The people that peaked in high school, yeah, look where they at now. Crash outs, junkies, pill poppers.
No.
Half of them, that's what they are.
Oh.
The ones that was playing sports in high school, they probably doing good in life. Probably got a scholarship, a full ride scholarship to a good college.
Yeah, I know somebody like that. It's doing pretty well.
University of Pittsburgh. They probably gone to a good college. If they ain't, they were ass.
Oh,
They were just joining up and joining just to get some females. That was it. Wrong. Should have been focusing on sports instead of females. Idiot. The sport and the females are always gonna come to you when you play sports. But that's okay though. Just don't get them pregnant. That's all you gotta do. That's all.
fun fact, I was supposed to play basketball for my high school, but I did not because nobody wanted to take me to practice. So
Why nobody didn't want to take you to practice?
um, it's a long story, and I don't want to like air everybody out on here because I feel bad and that, and I wouldn't do that. That and also like I don't know. I wasn't bad at it. I was more of a shooter and like a guard somewhat. Like I wasn't bad at it, but um, it's like I'm not gonna like say anything on here because I don't want to like. What if my parents see this and they're just like, oh, so now you're airing this out on somebody's live, and then I'm gonna be like, you see, that wasn't me. No, no, I'm joking. I'm not gonna lie like that. But I guess like they didn't really have the time. Like I feel like in life, people don't really have the time to invest in my interests, which is why I wanted to be a solo artist, and which is why I pushed as hard as I am pushing now. Cause like if I told you half the stuff I've been through, I would sure as hell not be here now. So yeah,
They'll probably put you in a mental asylum.
I'm not crazy, but you don't have to be crazy to go to a mental asylum. And honestly, I really feel like that's a stigma. I just feel like your brain definitely on like a faster, different, more like high pressure frequency, and it also like has a lot to do with like just like people. Not everybody's built for life stress. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it that way because I don't want to say anything else because I feel like it's me. So
Mental health matters.
it does very much so.
But people go to like therapy for most of the time it's emotional. Some people that got emotional trauma, and you got the people that had unfortunate things happen to them,
Yeah,
and like if they going through something like a family loss or something happening, most people would suggest therapy. But most of the time, it's people with emotional trauma. They going through something, or they just like they worst come to worst, they have those thoughts in their head that they want to clock out early.
yeah, definitely get that. I know what that's like. Yeah,
Like they want to end it all, and nobody don't want to go through another funeral because funerals are getting expensive. You gotta pick a burial plot out. You gotta pick the casket out. You gotta pick the clothes out. So nobody don't want nobody don't want that to happen to them. So because
yeah,
you gotta look out for the people that's going through it, because you ain't gonna know they're going through it unless they tell you they're going through it. And most of the time, people don't do that.
definitely. That I definitely feel that, and I definitely understand that. I'm not gonna get into like all of it. I could, but I don't know if we have time. But like, um, definitely, I feel that. I know sometimes, like, not even sometimes, when I was going through a period in my life like that, and I had thoughts like that, my biggest thing was like, I can't do what I want to do because number one, I felt selfish, and I also felt like, not to say that anybody who's thinking about that is like purposely being selfish and just like, oh, I just want to do this just for me, me, me. Like, no, you're hurting. But at the same time, it's just like, I was just like, I know nobody in my life can afford this, so I have to stay, which is why I stayed. It's just there are other reasons to stay, but like that was my biggest reason. I was just like, as the empath that I am, I was just like, I can't, my brain, even though I'm just 19, like I can't put that on nobody. Like I, I just really, I can't do that.
You only got to do that with yourself, because it's hard out here, but at the same time, life's life. You gotta roll with the punches, and you can't help to travel in bunches. Now, ain't that something? Now, you got any questions?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Um, sorry, one second. I'm like clearing my throat every 5 seconds. Okay, but like, I guess I do have questions. I'm gonna say my second question for last, but I'm gonna go with this question. Now, like, doing what you're doing interviews with people, like, how, like, what advice would you, I know you've been giving me advice this entire time. Yes, I was listening. It's not that I wasn't paying attention. It's just I want to ask this because I want to make sure I take something away from this interview because I'm already taking stuff away, like not only the opportunity, but like your time as well. I really do appreciate that. But I wanted to say like as like talking to me as an artist and like just hearing me, is there anything that you suggest that I could do that I could implement to keep pushing and go further than I am now? Not that that's the only goal, because the impact is the goal as well, but just to just like, what would you think?
Post more. Like you gotta be consistent with the posting and be and get your name out there more. Like Instagram. Other than Instagram, you can use other apps like Discord, Twitch, Kick, all the streaming apps. You can use them. Facebook, TikTok, all the social media apps you can use. You can just get yourself out there more, like get yourself more exposure.
I
Like
feel that.
on Instagram especially because that gets you a lot of reach because most underground artists they use Instagram to like promote themselves or any other app they have to promote themselves like Twitch they can get on stream and promote their music and talk to the people and whatnot. TikTok TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook they can go on live and promote their music or make a little clip of it. Discord, like people be hosting song wars on Discord. Like I know
They
somebody,
do.
I know somebody right now. They do song wars and music reviews on Discord, and they stream on Twitch too. So they really do. It's really a two-in-one thing for them. It's
Okay.
called Skull and Bones. So, and that's who I'm with now. I'm with Skull and Bones because they seen me do interviews with underground talent and whatnot.
I fit. I actually that's actually so cool, and I never really thought about it that way. Cause like when it comes to like my content and posting and stuff like that, I always just like I my biggest goal is not to annoy anybody, which I had to stop caring what other people think in all honesty. For people watching, don't do it respectfully, but just push. Keep pushing and do you, because people are not gonna care, and people are gonna care. People are people, and one day you're hot, one day you're not. But just keep doing it because you love it. And but sorry, I'm over here like giving advice, and you're over here giving me advice. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to like make sense of it all, but like most definitely, I will take that into consideration and actually like put forth the effort because I appreciate that. Um, and my next question is, um, let's see. Now I forgot my next question. Um, my next question was, Uh, I'm actually thinking of, well, it's more like a comment slash question. I'm actually thinking about doing like American Idol. I would say 2027 or 28. I gotta keep pushing back the date, the year, because like life happens. But um, would you be down to hear one of my new songs that I wrote?
What on the live or
I was gonna say acapella, even though it might be ass. Like I don't know.
I listened to it on after the interview.
That makes sense. I appreciate that.
Just like I said, just keep doing you and keep it pushing. Like just use Instagram to your use all social media apps to your best advantage. Like Facebook, all of them. Just use it to your best advantage.
Most definitely. I will definitely do that. I appreciate it. Um, I I don't sorry, I'm just checking the time because like I think I have a therapy session to go to. Again, guys, mental health matters. It's not funny because it does matter, but like I do have a therapy session to go to now. But I want to say thank you so much for your time and your just like effort that you put into this interview, and keep doing what you're doing because what you're doing does not go unnoticed, and it's really you're doing something. You're really making a difference.
That's the first time somebody told me that.
Keep pushing and believe it because I mean it. From the bottom of my heart, I really do.
Oh, I'm always do that. Like I do it for everybody, for all the underground talent. They got voice.
That's why I do what I do as well, because I just want people to be heard. Like, even if it's not me, like if I don't make it, if I do, I don't. But I just want everybody to be heard. I feel that
That's everybody's goal to make it out their situation.
very much so, yeah.
As long as they don't let the drugs take them.
True.
That's all you gotta do. Don't let the drugs take you.
Not at all. Drugs are not cool, kids. Sorry,
Unless,
that's why it's so like cringe, but it's true. Very
unless
true. Unless it's what?
weed.
We're encouraging people not to do drugs, not to do exceptions.
Weed ain't a drug though.
I get that, but like it depends on how your body reacts to it. Because some people use it for
Medicinal
medicinal
use.
purposes. Okay, okay, with context, that is better. But before you were just like, accept me.
Medicinal weed only, everybody. Medicinal weed only. But I'm finna end it.
Okay, thank you for having me.
You welcome.
All right, I'm slow. How do I like?
It's the little X up there. Look, it should
That
be.
makes sense. Okay, I'll see you.
All right, everybody. That was 1800. I'm just calling it 1800 because I ain't finna say the whole name. But that was 1800. Everybody. I hope y'all have a blessed Wednesday, and I hope it doesn't. I hope it ain't raining in y'all area, but because it's raining in ours. So y'all have a blessed Wednesday and stay warm because it's snow coming. Icy season.